I will ask Harika to send it to me. Meanwhile, I'll track it when our Varshna is
Yeah,
introducing me. Yeah.
yeah. Take your time. We'll just playing 11 seconds Marathi PMC video, sorry, logo, and then we will be
Okay.
going immediately. We will be starting.
Okay. Sure. Sure. We'll do that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
So thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
हॅलो. हां, नमस्कार. मी हिमांगी बेलसरे तुमचं सगळ्यांचं स्वागत करत आहे PMC मराठीवर. आज आपल्याकडे एक मी असं म्हणेन की माझे पहिले गुरु जे आहेत, ज्यांचं पुस्तक वाचून मी आज ह्या क्षेत्रात आलेली आहे, ते आज आपल्याला लाभलेले आहेत, म्हणजेच डॉक्टर न्यूटन कोंडावेटी. आज स्वतः ते ह्या PMC मराठी या चॅनलला आपल्याला त्यांचे जे पहिले अनुभव होते आणि पास्ट लाईफ मधलं सगळं डिटेल्स, बरेच डिटेल्स ते आज आपल्याला सांगणार आहेत. आणि न्यूटन सरांचं खूप खूप स्वागत आहे. आणि मी आता वर्षना मॅमला देत आहे. आजचं सत्र आपलं जे आहे हे इंग्लिशमधनं असणार आहे आणि काही गोष्टी आपण मराठीत करण्याचा प्रयत्न करणार आहोत किंवा आपण नंतर सबटायटलिंग ह्या व्हिडिओचं नक्की करू. तर काही जर तुम्हाला प्रश्न विचारावेसे वाटले नंतर, तर सत्राच्या शेवटी आपण काही प्रश्न नक्कीच घेणार आहोत. तर सगळ्यांचं खूप खूप स्वागत आहे. आणि आता मी वर्षना मॅमला विनंती करते की प्लीज त्यांनी न्यूटन सरांचं इंट्रोडक्शन करावं आणि त्यांना वेलकम करावं. वर्षना मॅम, प्लीज इंट्रोड्यूस न्यूटन सर and a warm welcome to him and you also.
Thank you so much, Himangi. Welcome, Dr. Newton, and I will request you to completely give the full whatever is we have learned from you so much. I really want to thank you for everything. So would like to give you a brief idea, everyone, about Dr. Newton. Brahmrishi Chakravarti Dr. Newton Kondaveti, MBBS, MD, awakened to his life purpose at the young age 22. And during over 2.5 decades of work, he has been a much sought after mentor by beginners as well as established practitioners and teachers of alternative healing, holistic health, and self empowerment. Although widely recognized as a teacher of teachers, at heart, he is always the eternal student. Humanity and unconditional love are his hallmark. Epitomizing the phrase, walk the talk, he is a tremendous source of inspiration to all because he constantly practiced what he preached. Quantum Life University, QLU, is the vision of Dr. Brahmrishi Chakravarti, Dr. Newton Kondaveti, MBBS, MD, a new age master, and a truly multidimensional personality. Interestingly, the inspiration for this amazing vision came from his past life memories. One of his most profound past life vision is of an acharya teaching Buddhist wisdom at the Asian University of Takshila. Brahmrishi Chakravarti, Dr. Newton, along with his wife Brahma with Varishta, Dr. Newton, Dr. Lakshmi Newton, MBBS, are medical doctor who realize that everyone has an inner doctor. Therefore, choose to become soul doctor instead of practicing conventional medicine. They have traveled to more than 120 countries, touched the lives of the million of people by teaching meditation, promoting vegetarianism, training facilitators in comprehensive holistic therapeutic process, and conducting self-empowerment workshop. Dr. Newton, welcome you and over to you. Thank you so much, Dr. Newton.
Thank you, Varshna ji. It's wonderful to hear from you. when you are introducing me to the audience and to the viewers.
Thank you so
And
much. I tried my best, but yes,
it's
first
wonderful.
time. First time I'm introducing you. Sorry if I have done any mistake.
No, it's a perfect introduction of about me. It's really precise and it's really wonderful. You mentioned about being an eternal student. Yes,
Yes, always
I
we have
like that
seen.
word when you mentioned eternal student.
Yeah.
Yes, that's very true.
So
And
over to you, Dr. Newton.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
And it's my great pleasure that I am today on this platform, PMC Marathi channel, with the help of all the organizing team, Himangi, Balsarji, and Varshnaji, and several others who organized this event today. My pranams to all of you. And dear friends, I chosen this topic today, the science of past life regression, and subtitle, learning the lessons from the past. You know, this is such a hot topic around the globe right now because we always have this question mark. Do we have only one lifetime? Do we come back again and again and again, many times more? Do we reincarnate? Because this is the question for everyone. Whoever is living on this planet Earth, this is the question. So definitely this is the most interesting topic across the globe. Today, I'm really happy to share my experiences that I had through my own research, my search. So just a little bit about my beginnings, how I began this research or my search into spiritual path. It began way back in 1987. I was a medical student at that time. So I read a book written by Richard Bach, Jonathan Livingston Seagull. This has inspired me a lot. This is such an inspiration. After this book has come into my hands, after I read this, completely it altered my perceptions about life because it something touched me from this book, the content of the book, the message from the book. I want to find out what is beyond the body and mind. What cannot we see? What cannot we hear? What cannot we experience with our normal five senses? Is there something called beyond? That was my question. If there is a meaning to this life, what is that meaning? Is there a higher purpose for our existence? So these questions were very alive in me. And I was searching initially in the books. I was reading many books at that time. I was reading Swami Vivekananda, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, and all the Indian masters, and Bhagavad Gita that came into my hands at that point of time. Only my intellectual curiosity was a little bit satisfied, but still that question remained. But for first time, I felt so, happier when I met a meditation guru. I met him in the year 1989, the month of end of November. He's none other than the founder of Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement, Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, who really made such a huge impact on my life because that day encounter this great master, it has completely put me into the practice. So far, I had only intellectual pursuit, but for the first time, the words that Patriji spoken to me that day, he said, find answers which are there inside you. Meditation is the way. He made me to close my eyes and observe my breathing, practice meditation. He said, whatever questions that you have, all those questions will be answered through only one single practice, one single sadhana. Consistently, if you do, you will actually be enlightened. That's what he said. And I plunged into the sadhana. So from that time onwards, I became a very sincere practitioner of meditation, Anapanasati meditation. So very soon, I found many beautiful experiences unfolding from my deep meditation states. Like initially, I was struggling like anyone else. It was not easy for me to meditate because I was more analytical person, a skeptical person. I did not believe what Patriji was saying. Whatever I read in Bhagavad Gita, I was skeptical about them. So that point of time, I had many beautiful experiences. Those experiences made me to confirm, validate, and believe, not believe, but really see the truth. It's belief is not required for the truth. One need not believe whether when sun is rising in the east. It's a truth. It's a fact. Every day when you wake up in the morning, look in the eastern direction, you see the sun. You don't require a belief system to believe that sun is rising from the east. It's a truth. When Bhagavad Gita speaks about reincarnation, punarapi jananam, again and again, we come back. Many times we come back to the earth plane, reincarnate. Then it is not the belief. We don't need to believe because truth remains the truth, irrespective of whatever you believe. I may be believing reincarnation is false and it's not true, but the truth remains truth. So our own experience, direct experience, will show the truth, not any kind of whatever we hear, whatever we read, and all those things only mumbo jumbo for us. It's not going to satisfy our consciousness. Our mind will not be at least be content, peaceful about all these external answers that we get. We need direct answers coming from our own experience of the self. I had those experiences. Undoubtedly, I was, without questioning, I could take reincarnation as a truth into my heart and soul. It made so much sense. All the scriptures in Bharat Desh, Bhagavad Gita, whatever Upanishads, Vedas, all that Vedic wisdom of India and all those ancient wisdom, everything made so much sense. It's so true. So, dear friends, that time I have got the glimpses of my past life memories. First time I received a first glimpse of my past life in meditation practice. I saw some past life memories as flashes, as visions coming to me. I could not believe initially. Later on, not only glimpses, the entire past life experience came to me. So I could see how past lives are connected with the current life. You are the sum total of all your past experiences. You come here, you reincarnate, you come back as a fresh being, you're newly born baby, but when you grow up, when you are a grown-up being, you have certain kinds of talent, skills, and certain kinds of interests And where are these interests coming from? Sometimes certain talents which are coming from far past lives, which are not developed in this life. It made so much sense. Some of us, we carry so many fears, so many fears. We recognize these fears are not developed in this current life. There is no trauma that you have got in the childhood where you have fallen from a great height. That's why you have fear of heights now. This fear of heights is there from the childhood, but no such incidents happened in the childhood. That is connected coming from much earlier times when you lived in a different body, different time period. It's so fascinating to see the connections between two lifetimes, two different lifetimes. So, friends, today the topic is the science of past life regression, learning the lessons from the past. For example, this question comes to us: can I also see my past lives? Can I experience them? Can I learn lessons from my past? How does it benefit to me? Many questions will come to us. So today, all these 30 years of my research into this field, because this is reincarnation is a very important subject, a topic in the Adhyatmika Shastra, Dhyana Shastra, spiritual science. It makes so much sense. Otherwise, so many missing pieces of puzzle in our life. We keep on searching for answers we never get. But when you access these memories, which are deep down in your subconscious mind, you will be able to understand what is missing piece of the puzzle. Then you get the big picture. That big picture makes so much, brings so much clarity to you. Dear friends, I'm going to share with you 5 pointers, 5 sutras of PLR, past life regression. So that very beautiful way, like in a summarized form, we can understand about past life regression. And then I'm going to share with you 5 important things that pointers that we learned, lessons from the past. 5 things, learning the lessons from the past, how it alters this current life patterns, current life perceptions. So, and then I'm going to interact with you. You can ask me questions. We can, if time permits, we can all also experiment. We can meditate together to access something from the past. We can do something today, very useful and productive. And today, I'm not able to speak much of Hindi. I'm not well versed, but I can use some words in between. But I'm very scared about speaking Hindi because my language, I could never learn Hindi much. I'm sorry for that, but still I will attempt. So what is past life regression? That's the first sutra, the definition of past life regression. How do you define past life regression? Is it a fact or fiction? Is it scientific or unscientific? Is it superstitious? What is the basis of PLR? This is the first pointer I want to share with you. So PLR, past life regression, is a science, it's a shastra. Why we call it as a science is, the science is based on always the truth. How can we say it is a truth? How can we believe it as a truth? Is there any proof that it is a truth? Yes. If we do a kind of beautiful research, then we'll find out it as a truth. I can share with you many case studies from I have encountered where there are irrefutable evidence that these past lives are true. There are many people who could go into past life memories, who could access them, and then they could verify those details. For example, you visit a past life, which is ancient time, 16th century, and you get also the details about the name of you, this family name, and order of siblings, how many are there in your family members, what were you doing, what is your role, what is your position, what kind of work you're doing, and several significant moments of that life you have explored. And then later on, you also see the nature of the death. How did you die in the past life? For example, you have accessed this buried memory from your deeper mind, subconscious mind. Later on, if you do some historical research, you find out that yes, all these details are cross-checked and verified, and the names, place, position, power, whatever the significant memories that you have explored, it's all exactly true. You might have never read about this particular historical period, historical incident, but it has come out to be exactly accurate, and it is matching the details, whatever that you have experienced, then it is believable. That's why it is called as science. Past life regression is a science. It works. So what is PLR, past life regression? Past life regression is a holistic, therapeutic, spiritual, psychological process which enables a person to access inaccessible memories deeply buried in subconscious mind. Through that, person processing those memories are able to let go of the baggage, emotional baggage, limitations of thought forms and limitations in beliefs, baggage they're carrying from the past. They're able to let go. This letting go process is called as PLR, past life regression. In a simple words, we can say past life regression is just looking at the past very briefly, like you're turning yourself into the past briefly and then saying bye bye. I look at you, I see you now. I can see you. You guy, you are the past I'm carrying. I'm clinging to this past. That's why I'm having this suffering. I'm fearing. I have this pattern. I now set you free. This is over for me. Gatam gataha. Gatam gataha means that past is over, finished. I come back in a new body. This is what we do. This is what is PLR. So, is it a fact or fiction? It's not fiction, dear friends. Whatever is written in Bhagavad Gita or Upanishads, Vedas, it's unquestionably they're truths, eternal truths. We can never question them because they're based on scientific facts, scientific truths. Only thing is our probing, our research, investigation into that is required. From our side, that homework is required. That is what is PLR. PLR is a way to access reincarnation memories and letting go of the baggage and integration of the past memories with the current life so that you progress. So this is the first sutra of PLR. This is the definition of PLR. Then the second pointer, second sutra of past life regression, I want to share with you why PLR. These are the questions I framed for you, dear friends. So why, what, why, and then how, whom, and PLR and spiritual growth. 5 pointers I've chosen for you. So now we have covered the first pointer. What is PLR? What is past life regression? Accessing subconscious memories. Is it easy? We get the doubt. It's not, we can't answer it just like that. It's easy actually. But those who think that it is very difficult, it becomes difficult. It's actually easy. Those who are meditators, it's so easy. It's only a technique. PLR is a technique to access the reincarnation memories. Generally, you can't access these subconscious memories. It's buried deeply. Subconscious memory is stored and it is shut down. It is like closed. The door is closed. The nature has put the iron curtain. It is the thick veil. You can't remove it because it is for a purpose that nature has designed, that no one should remember their past life memories. Unless you are ready, unless you're matured, you have some kind of maturity of consciousness, nobody should attempt to look into the past life memories. It's not just a dabbling curiosity where you're a dabbler into past life regression and you want to find out, curious about it. It's not for that. You need to be enough prepared, matured enough in your consciousness. All the meditators are qualified. They're ready to explore what is hidden, because that determines your potential, because so much potential is trapped in the past. You tap into that potential of you. So this is a very scientific process. Why PLR? The next question is, why digging again into the past? Many, they say that when they keep hearing about it, even though they're meditators, they're spiritualists, but they say that why? But they keep reading Bhagavad Gita, but they don't have experience of reincarnation. Whereas Lord Krishna directly told Arjuna, who is the symbolic representation of the mankind, who is ready to learn spirituality from a great master, grand master, Lord Krishna, Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So Krishna told Arjuna, "Oh Arjuna, why you lament, why you grieve, why you fear going into the war? Body never dies. You have to stand for truth. You have to stand for dharma. That's the dharma. Between adharma and dharma, there is a great war. Mahabharata war is happening. Come on." And Arjuna needs more clarity. He's a very matured uh, consciousness and matured kind of soul. He's ready for answers. And Lord Krishna told about reincarnation. He told, "Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavaja Arjuna." Oh Arjuna, you know, I know all my past lifetimes. I know all your lifetimes. The eternality of the soul, I know. Come on, wake up, Arjuna. You also see your past lives. Open your third eye. Yogi Bhavarjuna, wake up, Yoga. Whoa, Arjuna, wake up. See the truth which is there in front of you. You only see the body, and only the body dies, and you are, grieving. But the soul never dies. See beyond the body. The soul is eternal. So PLR is not theoretical reincarnation kind of based on some hypothesis. past life regression is practical process where it enables people to have direct experience of their own. So friends, why PLR? I give you certain inner images, pictures to you. You are climbing the ladder. For example, you are putting a ladder, you have to reach to a certain point in the ladder. And think that each step in the ladder is one lifetime, one incarnation cycle. So there's several incarnation cycles that are there. So many steps of the ladder are there. How many steps you have climbed? How many more steps are there? What is your status of your soul? How much you have evolved in the soul's evolutionary process? How many more lessons are there for you to learn? This clarity is very important for every spiritual seeker. That's why PLR is going to help people. And also, sometimes we are driving a car, you're holding the steering wheel. Sometimes you don't only look forward into the road and into the future destination. You not only holding the steering wheel, you are looking too far ahead on the road. Almost you see few yards even in front of you. Sometimes you look at the rear view mirror. You look into the past, how much I journeyed, who is coming, is there something that I need to set right? We look into the past always. This is important. Those who don't look into their past and learn lessons from the past, they tend to repeat the same mistakes, same blunders. The same patterns repeat. That's why PLR is required. Another analogy that I'm going to give you is the analogy of book. You are opening a book. For example, you opened 80th page of the book. You don't really understand what is written in the 80th page of the book unless you read the prior pages that are written in the book. It won't make any sense. You may little bit understand one paragraph, but it won't make much sense to you. Big picture you can't understand. Past life regression makes you understand the big picture. Why you have certain thoughts, why you have certain kinds of inclinations. For example, many of the viewers today who are watching this television program on YouTube and Facebook and different media channels, and you're very curious about past life regression. And you have these so many questions. Certain questions are very much interesting for you. It's very important for you. Why those questions are there? Why you have those questions? Why you have certain thoughts? Why you have spiritual inclination? For example, there's so many people, they are not interested about this topic, but why you are interested about this topic? Why you are interested in meditation? Not everyone is interested in meditation path. Not everyone is interested to be enlightened. Somebody is interested in making money. Somebody is interested in making businesses, good business projects and successes in life, not spirituality. Why you are interested in spirituality? What kind of background in the past life you have, which is making you to choose certain, pathways in this life? For example, a spiritual path that you're choosing. It explains a lot. So past life regression makes so much sense to you. It makes you understand the big picture. Why am I like this? Why I have this behavioral pattern? Why I think this way? Why I have odd thoughts? Why I'm getting recurrent nightmarish dreams? Why I have this kind of beautiful soul feeling towards someone? Why I don't like certain people? Why I don't like to go to one particular country. I hate that country. I don't want to step my foot in that country. Why? We realize that there is a meaning to it. Everything that we going through in life has a certain kind of connection in the past. It's so important to understand it. So why PLR? This is the second sutra that we are talking about, dear friends. Many people, they come into contact with the past life regression facilitator, or they want to learn, they read Brian Weiss book, or in Marathi language, there is a PLR book which I have authored in English, which is translated into Marathi language. So that book, many people might have come across and read that book. And immediately they have this deep interest. There's a question about why I have this health pattern, why I have this chronic medical condition which is incurable, why I have these allergies, why I have this kind of asthma, bronchial asthma, which is not getting cured, which is I'm suffering from many years, why I have this kind of disease which is limiting me. Medical science is supporting you temporarily to go through little bit temporarily palliative kind of treatments, but it is not curative. It is not curing you. So people are searching for, what is the root cause for the illness. That's why people want to understand it through past life regression. That's why PLR, past life regression, is so important. Essential is to explore the root cause for your health problems. The second is, some of us have certain emotional issues, rage, lot of rage and anger, and even small things also trigger such huge, like an big volcanic anger comes out. Even trivial situations are triggering that kind of big anger in you. Then people wonder, why this kind of big anger, huge anger coming out of me? Or some people, they feel sadness, so many emotional issues, deep sadness which was there from childhood. Parents are very loving, they were very loving parents, taking care of the child, everything is good, but the deep sadness is there, grief is there. Where is it coming from? People want to go through the past life regression. That's how past life regression can help. The root cause for these emotional issues, sadness, fear, loneliness. Some people, they carry loneliness, existential loneliness. Like they feel whatever things, people, so many loving people are around you, but still you feel lonely. You don't connect. You feel so lonely in your life. Where is this pattern of loneliness coming from? That's why PLR is helpful. That is the benefit people get. To understand the root cause, they're going to heal it from the roots. For example, there is a weed, you cut only the branches and the leaves, the weed will still grow. What do we do in a garden which is so beautiful? The weeds are taking away the beauty of the garden. What do? You're going to pluck the weed from the roots. You uproot it. This is like a past life regression is like a uprooting process. Remove the elements, emotional issues from the roots, root causes. That's why PLR is so helpful, dear friends. And the third thing is fears and phobias. Many, they have so many terrible fears, phobias. They wonder why I have this phobia. Fear of closed spaces, fear of speaking in front of people, fear of meeting strangers, fear of darkness, fear of ghosts, fear of cockroaches, fear of lizards. I keep hearing so many strange fears from people. They are very important for them, for your friends. We can't think that they're illogical and they're so easy, simple fears, but they're not able to, tell their own mind that this is not to be feared. Even though they say that I'm safe, but still they fear. Sometimes they go into panic state. For example, right now, COVID-19 situation, many are going to panic state. Many of these deeply buried fears of them in their life is coming up. Issues are coming up. Relationship issues, fear of death, fear about darkness, fear about virus, fear about finances, losing finance. Many things are coming up. There are many fears, dear friends. They are called as inappropriate, illogical fears, which cannot be, through normal counseling processes, normal ways of dealing with this will not be able to cure. People go to doctors, they're helpful. Psychiatrists will give you certain pill and temporarily it makes your neurochemicals to be balanced and you don't fear at that moment. But again, this fear resurfaces. I have met many such people. Fear of fire and, many such people, they get benefited thoroughly. One case study I'll share here. One lady, she could never feel so comfortable in going in the aeroplanes, but her job is she's like a CEO of the company. She has to travel to United States and she has to travel to European countries to make some kind of business relationships, and she feels phobia. Actually, she had such aeroplane phobia. She can't get into the aircraft. The moment she book the flight, that day itself it starts. The panic moments, anxiety starts with her, and she's suffering from almost like many 2 decades of suffering. When she gone through the past life regression, the root cause for this, why there is uh, aeroplane phobia, flight phobia, why she can't sit in a flight comfortably. What she does generally is she put a loud music in her ear. She puts the earphones and she closes her eyes and she has to pretend that she's not sitting in the aeroplane, but she's still, because the aeroplane, when it is taking off, she feels that movement of the aeroplane, and she's like a frozen in that moment. Every time she had to hold the hands of someone else who is sitting by the side, they always wonder, she becomes breathless. And what she has explored, the root cause in a past life regression session, is she seen a past life memory when there was air disaster, aeroplane crashed. She was one of the passengers for travelers in the aircraft, and this happened, I think, in around 1900s, and the that moment, maybe very earlier, not 1900s, maybe 1900 to 1940, in between that time, during the World War, that time, and she died in the aircraft. And from that time she had this phobia, she reincarnated, and she had this terrible phobia for the flights. After the root cause exploration, she could understand this is the old past memory that I'm hanging on, clinging to. And there's a beautiful process of integration of the memory. We also reframe the memory. We learn the lessons from the past. That's how past life regression healing processes will be completed. She could completely heal her phobia. It's a self-healing process. PLR expert, facilitator, therapist is only a facilitator. He's not healing. He's only enabling a person to look into the past life memory. A client, a person who is exploring the past life themselves will heal themselves through accessing past life root causes. So this is another benefit. That's why PLR is essential. We talked about three things: physical health, second is emotional health, emotional issues like sadness, depression, loneliness, and all these issues, and phobias and fears, which are illogical and inappropriate. Like claustrophobia also is another biggest thing. Many people have this suffering. Even OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, this is one of the psychiatric illness. It's also put in the books of the psychiatry, where a person has this kind of obsessive thoughts, whether it is sexual thoughts, whether it is thoughts about the compulsive actions. They have to wash their hands. If they touch someone's hand, they feel the virus is coming or illness is coming, and they have to wash hands 100 times, 1,000 times. So this is something very beautiful. Why PLR need to be done? How OCD people can be benefited. It has a lot of clinical therapeutic benefits, dear friends. And the fourth thing is relationship issues in the relationships. Many problems erupt in relationships. Wife and husband, they fight with each other. One tries to dominate, one tries to control, other goes into submissive state, and they feel like a victim, other becomes a perpetrator. Like cats and dogs, they go on fighting. Not only wife and husband, parents and children, they have that fights, and siblings have fights for the property distribution, property, and many things. And you find that certain people are not getting married. There is a relationship pattern. Relationships are breaking. They fall in love with someone. The person says, I commit in this relationship and I'll get married. I'll be marrying you. And the person will be breaking the relationship abruptly. The woman not getting married, the pattern, or woman, maybe multiple marriages. There are several divorces that happen, and you are not able to figure out what is the root cause, why it is happening. Is it my particular destiny chart that I am have to live without a partner in this life? Many wonder this way. Relationship issues. That's why PLR is so essential and important. It can actually make you see what is there in the baggage that you're carrying in the past. Many people, they could reach to deep levels of spiritual forgiveness at the verge of breaking up and having divorced, and people who have come to take help through PLR, past life regression. People could understand the big picture. They're repeating a pattern from past lives. They could heal that. Existence has given this couple an opportunity to again reach to harmony, peace, and grow together, heal the past. PLR is so beautiful, friends. And the fifth important reason why PLR need to be done is patterns. Have you experienced any pattern in your life? Those patterns are also reason for your PLR session. You can understand what is the cause, source of these patterns. Pattern is repetition of the same thing over and over again. Rejection pattern. Always from childhood you found that everyone rejects you. They'll be nice with you for first few days, for few months. Later on, they reject you. You feel so bitter later. You carry resentment. Even many, they carry rejection, these patterns from past lives. And another important reason why past life regression is important is not only removing the baggage coming from the past lives, but to retrieve something good from the past. Because not only you have negative past life memories, but you have positive past life memories. I have seen so many negative past life memories where I was a Roman soldier, where I was very violent, very arrogant, and where I killed a lot of people in the war. There's so many such. I was an arrogant king in one lifetime. So many lifetimes I have explored. I could, make peace with those past life memories, because we have to forgive our own self too. This is called compassion, self compassion. Without your own self forgiveness, you carry an unconscious guilt which prevents you to move forward in life. Many people have these self sabotage tendencies. They carry the guilt, hidden guilt. And friends, there are good past lives as well. I have explored many beautiful, positive lifetimes of mine. I was a spiritual sadhak, practitioner of meditation. I was a spiritual teacher. I have lived in Tibetan monastery where I did a lot of meditation. That's how in this lifetime I just can be sitting all alone in my cave. I don't need anything. I can be in solitude like a monk because I had that past life talent. I can just live in deep silence and stillness. Be okay with the stillness and silence. I can just be in a forest. This is the talent that I had in the past life. Wisdom was my talent and skill I carried from past life. In the past life, I carried the wisdom of being a monk. All that, whatever I learned from my teacher from past life, I still remember it. I was an acharya in Takshashila University. I was teaching about spiritual sciences, law of karma, reincarnation. I had a lot of expertise in that lifetime. In this lifetime, I'm very good in translating complex ideas in a very simplified way through my teaching. I can teach very well. That's the ability that I carried from past lives. I can make spirituality ridiculously simple and easy. So that's why people, not only if you don't have any baggage, that's okay, but you can bring something beautiful from the past lives, something positive. If you're a warrior, you have that courage in the past life. Now you lack courage. You can bring back that courage, confidence, memory power, great wisdom you carried in the past life, great administration capacity, leadership qualities, many hidden talents from past lives. They can be uncovered, bring back into the light. I have seen through my eyes when people go through past life memories, when they uncover these talents and skills from past lives, they can actually awaken those talents and skills. That's very fascinating. One time we were in Kolkata, and one lady, she was in that workshop we were conducting, past life regression workshop. And one of the session is retrieval of talents and skills from past lives. When she visited a past life memory where she was a painter, amazing painter. She could paint live portraits and so many wonderful things. But there were people who were jealous, who were jealous about becoming popular because she's being appreciated by the king and all the ministers, and she was receiving so much of gifts, appreciation from people. There are jealous people who poisoned her to death in that lifetime. So she disowned her ability to paint. She thought in the last moments, because of my skill, my painting skill, I'm too visible. That's why people became jealous. And in this lifetime, from childhood, she attempted to learn painting. She could always, she takes the paintbrush, but she feels fear and she leaves it. She cannot. But during the regression, when she uncovered this memory brought into surface. What happened the next day is she could complete a painting. She said within an hour, she painted the painting of Lord Krishna, a beautiful painting from her own third eye. She painted without, it's not copying, not seeing a picture. She closed her eyes. In meditation, she had access to an inner image of Lord Sri Krishna, and she could, paint that from her, third eye. From that time, she could become a great painter. She could forgive the people for jealous and who made her to die in that lifetime. She could understand that this memory belongs to past. It's over. She need not suffer by disowning her ability. So many people, they carry many beautiful talents, dear friends. Many psychic gifts people carry. One person developed ability to see third eye and auras during the workshop itself. After the session, he said, now, doctor, I could see auras around the people, beautiful halos, electromagnetic fields around people. He could tell your aura is this color, and each person's aura is different, and it's very fascinating. I found it's very, very interesting. Psychic gifts are unearthed. And the seventh benefit I want to share with you, friends, why PLR is essential is people progress leaps and bounds spiritually. Because whatever the baggage that is, gone, what is that which is tying to the past is now cut off. Past life ties are cut off, and you are now able to move forward. Certain contracts you made, all those health contracts, relationship contracts, which helped you in a certain way, but which is not helping you, which is preventing you now to make a big movement of life. Now, people are able to move forward in life in leaps and bounds. Spiritual growth can be achieved. That's why I say that past life regression therapy is a step toward enlightenment, a big step toward enlightenment. It can be immensely beneficial. Buddha had discovered 640 approximately of his past life memories. He narrated to all his disciples, all of them as Jataka tales. They're nothing else than past life memories. So these past life memories of Buddha actually enabled him to understand how we are bound to past life memories, how your awareness can make you come back to this moment and fulfill the life purpose. The Buddha's incarnation cycle has a purpose. He realized it. He found the Four Noble Truths, and he found the eight beautiful ways, right views, right understanding, right intent. All those eightfold path of Buddha laid out from these beautiful experiences Buddha had got in deep meditation state. Many Buddhist monks, they know about past lives. Why past life regression? The seventh important point is to spiritually grow. These are the 7 things, dear friends. Why PLR? Now, let's know how PLR is going to help. What is the mechanism? By seeing the past lives, how I get healed, how I heal my wounds of the past, how I heal my fear, how I heal my relationship, how I heal my finances, how I heal certain patterns, how I retrieve my past life abilities. How? The mechanism is reliving is relieving. As you relive the past memories, whatever is buried and hidden and suppressed inside, which is brought up into your consciousness, what happens is your consciousness has the ability to release, let it go. Reliving the past is relieving the past. The fears, phobias, sadness, loneliness, and health issues. A person who has fallen down and broken his back now in this current life has a deep, excruciating back pain. And he looks into the past and relive the past. In that moment, it is for a minute he experienced that reliving the past trauma. It appears to be a re-traumatizing to the person, but what happens is forever he will be relieved from that pain. Many think, oh, why I should go to the memory to re-traumatize myself. For 1 minute, it's okay. You tolerate and bear, Baba, and then you will be free from that for the rest of your life. Many, they come with this complaint of grief and sadness. I say to them, go into the past and embrace all that, whatever that comes up in your past life memories. Even the feelings and emotions, they come up, relive those memories. I encourage them to relive them. When they relive the trauma that happened, which resulted into grief and sadness, they cry and buckets of water, tears comes out of their eyes. But forever they don't need to cry again in their lifetime. What a beautiful benefit, dear friends. Whatever is suppressed in subconscious mind, unconscious mind, it is going to lock up our potential. It's going to, pull us down all the time. It's so essential to relive the past, to get relieved from the past. This is how PLR works. And also, in the PLR, you realize the past is already over because you are going there to the memory and cross-checking. Oh, this is what happened in the past life. This is the old past. Now I have reincarnated. I can create something new in this life. People reframe the memories. This is the mechanism of healing, dear friends. And then the 5th point I want to share with you, learning the lessons from the past. Why PLR? PLR is so essential. Only important reason is learning lessons from the past. Though those who learn lessons from the past, they tend to repeat the past. I'm going to share with you now 4 pointers. The first one, history repeats. We heard about this. History repeats. Many of us, we repeat. We see that even on Earth plane, there are many wars that keep happening. There are many epidemics keep coming back. After 1 century later, another new disease, new virus will come, and new pattern, new epidemic, new pandemics. We need to question ourselves, why this is repeating? What is the lesson that I need to learn from the past? If we don't learn lessons from the past, wars continue. Wars will come back. 2 world wars happened so far, and the 3rd world war is a possibility. If we learn our lessons collectively as a humanity, we don't need to repeat the same situation, how much devastation that happens, what happens to massively on the planet Earth through world wars. We know that. We know that history repeats, even personal history repeats. We have seen those patterns. So, dear friends, that's why we have to examine our life. And an unexamined life is not worth living. That's what Socrates said. And an unexamined life is not worth living. Examine your life. Find out what is that I need to learn, why this pattern is repeating, what is this history which is repeating historically. Many of us, we repeat that. And second pointer I want to share with you is Earth is a school, dear friends. This Bulok is a patashala, a vidyalay. In this vidyalay, we are all sishyas, students. We are disciples here. We have come here to learn. That's why we repeat so many incarnation cycles. Because in the school, there are many classes. After you complete 7th standard, you go to the 8th standard. For example, you fail in the 7th standard, your teachers will say, evaluate and give you marks. You say that it's better that you repeat the 7th standard again. You failed in mathematics, it's poor score. This is what happens to us. There are so many pending lessons to us. Earth is a school and there are several classrooms, several classes. We need to complete the lessons. There are soul lessons we need to learn here. When you look into the past life memories, you look at those lessons coming from the past. Because mostly we don't integrate those lessons. We are in a rat race living in this earth dimension, 3D plane. We are like in a rat race, dear friends, competitive world. We are competing with each other. I'm the number one. I'm number one. I have to beat the other person. You always, time bound, time pressed, and you don't have time to look at your life, to look at yourself. Earth is a school. What did I learn so far? What are the lessons that I plan to learn now in this lifetime? So the third thing is, if you don't learn the lessons from the past repeats. There are called TLRs, time loop repetitions of the same cycles of birth and death endlessly. Same kind of drama we repeat, same stories repeat, abandonment and victim perpetrator, rejections and whatnot, mistrust and betrayal. Many people, betrayal is their pattern, repetitive pattern in this life. Business betrayals and personal relationship betrayals, so many betrayal issues. It's a pattern which has a root cause. They need to check into the past, learn the lessons from the past. What is the lesson that I can learn? Health patterns. Many people, they repeat the same health conditions. They re-erupt again and again. They temporarily get healed because they take some medication. Again, that recurrent infection comes back. A seasonal patterns. For example, some people allergy. Only in that particular season, allergy comes. They understand, they wonder why this pattern. Relationship patterns exist, strange patterns, dear friends. Dream patterns, recurrent dreams also people get. Whatever you remember, dear friends, whatever is unlearned, unfinished, repeats, there are certain lessons that you need to learn. A dream repeats, recurrent dreams you're getting means, it means you're not still integrated the lessons from the past. A dream is an indicator. Your life is an indicator. your situations you are attracting in your life is an indicator that there are certain lessons which you have not yet learned, which you are repeating again and again. Those lessons need to be learned. Till then, these patterns repeat. And the fourth pointer I want to share with you is past is not a worse enemy to us, but it's a wise teacher. Those who consider past as a teacher, they get benefited. Generally, we think the past as a bhutam. This is called bhutkal. Bhutkal mein bhut hai. So, bhut means ghost. Past is a ghost. People are very scared about their past. But don't be scared of the ghost. Don't be scared about the past. It's your own past. Face the past. By not looking at the past will not dissolve. People carry the wounds of the past, their consequences of the past, which are there in the current life. Dear friends, the past is a wise teacher. This is another important pointer I want to emphasize upon. Those who keep learning lessons from the past, they make peace with the past. They reconcile with the past. Take, for example, even this current life past itself is also past. You have not yet made peace with the family of origin. For example, you are still fighting with your mother and father. You're angry at them. Though you have this longing to meet them, you go near and you pull yourself back. You're pushed back. This pull-push relationship exists for many people. Why? Because they have not yet healed this past. They're not yet made peace with this past. That's why they're repeating the same past over and over again. Many people, they do this. Even this current life itself, they carry the baggage from childhood. It's really interesting example. If you look into your childhood, there itself, many of us, we carry that there are certain things that you don't want to remember. You block those memories. Your subconscious mind also tries to block it, hide those memories. For example, a child who is sexually abused, or a child who was very much, beaten and scolded by the parents. The child is grieving. The child is fearing the past. Even thinking about the past itself is bringing, kind of shaky feeling, tremors in her. But you need to make peace with the past. That's how we move forward. By just ignoring the past, you will not make peace with the past. Many they try to do that. So, dear friends, this is the fourth pointer. Past is a wise teacher. Learn lessons from the past and make peace with the past now. You don't need to refer yourself into the past anymore. Once you dealt with the past is completely vanished. What remains is living in the moment. This moment is the point of power. The point of power to exercise your free will. The point of power to exercise your choice. Make a new decision to create your new life. Somewhere we are not able to move forward because we are still hanging on to the past subconsciously. Consciously, you don't have any recollection about it. So, dear friends, I am very glad today I could share with you these 5 pointers about past life regression and 4 pointers about lessons from the past. And I open now this to the questions, and then later on we can have a meditation. That's what I'm going to ask all of you. If you have a question, you can ask here. The admin, the host can ask on your behalf the questions.
Himangi ji?
Yeah. So we have currently one question by Uma Patil, madam. She is asking how we scientifically prove about past life.
Okay. So scientifically proving the past life is also can be done, but a lot of research is required. For example, a person need to go into deeper trance levels and explore the past life memory and relive the past memory. And while we are doing it, record the whole of this thing. Entire memory need to be recorded. First time I have developed a kind of deep conviction and belief and like a proof or evidence about past life is in 1990, year 91, when I conducted a past life regression session on my grandmother. And later on, the second case study, it was very stunning. I must share, I talked about it so many times. Every time I speak, everyone asks this question, I share about this experience. This person knew only Indian languages, Telugu, Hindi, and also a little bit English he was speaking. So he was speaking Russian language when he visited the past life memory. We recorded the session, and we made him to write the alphabets of that language. Later, we could show it to the language experts, and they confirmed it as a Russian language. So for me, it's enough proof of reincarnation. This is the one first thing. This is how one can prove. If someone speaks a new language, a foreign language, without any formal training, that's enough evidence. So generally, it is not possible to speak a new language. For example, I'm still struggling to speak Hindi language. Being an Indian, born here in India, I'm still struggling. I carry the strange kind of a distance between Hindi and me. I don't know why. I definitely going to learn about that. But to learn a particular language, we need training in that, at least a lifetime, So a few years of training in that language is required. That's the first evidence, proof of reincarnation. Second is, after past life regression is done, the names need to be tapped. For example, past life regression, the facilitator, the therapist will ask the client, by what name are you called in the past life, in this past particular lifetime? They will say that my name is, say, for example, Maharaja Rana Pratap Singh. This, I'm just giving an example. They say this Rana Pratap Singh name has come up. They will ask, what century is it? Tell me what kind of things happened, what kind of things that were not known to others, what is your intimate memories that you carried. All these things need to be tapped. Later on, some historical research into that particular lifetime can be done. So that lifetime can be also proven, cross-checking, verifying those verifiable data. But those verifiable data will come, those people who can enter into a deep level of trance, or at least moderate levels of trance state during the regression process. Not everyone can achieve that. Some meditators, they can go into very deep levels of trance. And I met Tipu Sultan, for example. I can share this experience. One person, one software individual, he went through a past life regression session. So what he had seen is stunning. He was a software individual in this life. And he saw himself as a king in Karnataka, in the Mysore. He explored that entire life, the palace and everything. And later when I asked the question, by what name are you called? My name is Tipu Sultan. The body mannerism, body gesture, posture changed in that moment. Tipu Sultan. I was so curious. I was exploring the death moments because there are so many things history don't convey that unless we do some kind of deep research into that material. So about his deep interests and all those hobbies, everything we tapped into. Later on, I asked him to cross check these details. So where he visited Mysore Palace, but he had to pay his ticket, entrance ticket. He wondered, this is a palace which was built by me, and this was my palace, and now I have to buy a ticket to go inside. He was wondering, but he felt so familiar when he visited. And later on, he could look into all the rooms, he roamed around completely. And later on, he felt a deja vu, sense of familiarity, the goosebumps kind of feeling. And many things he shared which was not revealed by the historians. He could bring out that, and he could validate certain things later on with some more research. And one more case study I want to share: a person who died in a air disaster. And he narrated that he get a nightmarish dream about aeroplane crashing a building. That's why he want to go into a past life regression, because he get nightmarish dreams. He goes into panic attacks. And in the past life, what he's seen is an aircraft collapsing. There's a disaster happening. And he was a pilot. He mentioned, I tapped into details, his name, how many passengers boarded the aircraft, what's the name of the aircraft, what kind of make the aircraft is. He mentioned all those details. He said Dutch Airlines. I asked him about the year, which year. He said 1952, March, somewhere. He mentioned the dates, exactly the dates, everything. And then he mentioned about what exactly happened in that moment when there's a turbulent weather conditions, navigation control was lost. There was an air disaster. So when he did the research, Dutch Airlines, in 1952, there was an air disaster. Whatever he mentioned, exactly matching. Two pilots, pilot, co-pilot, 45 passengers boarded the flight. Everyone died in that air disaster. He confirmed everything. This is how past life memories can be verified. So not all cases can be verified. That's why after my 30 years of research work, some of the past life memories are called symbolic. They don't tap into really all the vivid details. They get only the glimpses and the stories and the essence of that past life memory, but it brings therapeutic benefits to them. Now I look at when people are coming to me, I say to them, do you want the proof of reincarnation, or do you want to be benefited from the process of past life regression? They definitely will say, I want to be benefited from past life memories. I share another case study from Pune itself. Somebody approached us that he said, I'm a Muslim. I don't believe about reincarnation, but I have this pain, a burning sensation. Half part of my body has a burning sensation. I'm suffering for 15 years. I gone to neurophysiologist, all kinds of therapies I attempted, and everything failed, and I want to commit suicide. I'm depressed because it's such a symptom which is, not curable. And when he explored past life, I told him, irrespective of whether you believe in reincarnation or not, if you want to be benefited from this process, be open-minded. Think that all these reincarnation memories exist simultaneously, like a parallel lives. There is another version of you living in a parallel universe. Think in that sense. So he was very open. He explored a past life memory. Being a Muslim, where he saw himself in a kind of war situation, there's an explosion, half part of his body was burnt, and he died in a traumatic way. Means in that situation, I made him to relive that sensation of burning alive in the body. Being alive and burning sensation was so intensified by 1,000 times, 10,000 times. He was crying out loud, shouting loud during the session, but I encouraged him. After a minute, that burning sensation completely left. But he was very suspicious. Maybe I was under hypnosis. Maybe that's why I'm hypnotizing myself to that this symptom has vanished. It may come back later on. I told him after a week, after 1 month, after a year, check it. He started reporting me back. After a week later, he said the burning sensation did not come back. After a month, no, still the symptom has not come back. After a year, it has not come back. After 20 years, now he lives in Canada. He shifted himself there and he's in a good position there, doing his good business and comfortable life. And still, after 20 years, he's free from that symptom. So I tell to the people, already proving reincarnation is done, already. What could be more authority than Lord Krishna, Bhagavan Sri Krishna? Who could be more authoritarian spiritual path than, Sant Gnaneshwar? Who could be more authoritarian spiritually than Veda Vyasa, who authored the, Bhagavatam and many scriptures? So I recommend, I suggest people to be open-minded. So initially, when they tap into memories, they also tap into what is going to benefit them in a clinical therapeutic manner. And also, some of them who are entering into deeper levels of trance, they get verifiable details. But I found it's very minor percentage, only 10% of people. I had an opportunity to regress at least more than 1.5 lakhs, Dr. Lakshmi and myself together. We keep traveling, we keep conducting big workshops and also mass gatherings. Like one time we had an opportunity to regress 50,000 people at one go in a kind of big group. So in such cases where we heard so many beautiful experiences, 10% of people could get into what is called verifiable details. So already this research was done. If you are interested, you can do further reading. So much of material is available. I suggest this book, Ian Stevenson, Dr. Ian Stevenson, who has documented cases of children who remember the past lives. It's proven cases. 10 cases suggestive of reincarnation. This is the title of the book by Dr. Ian Stevenson. He is a professor of psychiatry from University of Virginia. So thanks for this question, Uma Patelji. And the next question, if you have, or anything that our host wants to ask us.
Yeah.
Yes.
We do have one more. Many people are very much interested about a full course on PLR, and some of them want to do actually the PLR. They want to actually go through all these PLR in their own way. So I have shared your office number of Hyderabad, Telangana, and maybe you will be getting many calls. And some people are from Hyderabad. One question we have received from Surjit Thakur is whether why does he has a phobia about insects, flying insects. So what can be the reason behind that?
Right. What could be the reason behind the flying insects? So mostly there are many possible reasons, but the real reason you can find out. I can throw some light. For example, by sharing some examples like what our case studies that I have already explored. Like one person had a phobia for the feathery birds, like a flying birds, any flying bird, feathery things, that person will run away. It's like a panic state. They will go like they look at those things like looking at like a terrorist. Any pigeon, bird, even the small hen and ducks and anything, nothing can really, they can't see any feathery things. And such a phobia, they're suffering a lot. And, When she explored, that's what exactly happened. Literally, she died because the attack by the birds. The
Oh,
attacked by the birds in an ancient past lives, many thousands of years back. That was the case where she was the cause for, thrown certain kinds of things, objects, stones at the nest of these birds. The birds fallen down along with the eggs, and the birds, little birds, died. And from that time, certain birds started attacking her. At that time, we also explored a little bit about the group consciousness of the birds. All those birds have a group consciousness. That means one bird, the mother bird, was very angry, but what happened is that information was shared through the field to all the rest of the bird community, and they started chasing her throughout the life and harming her, biting her. One time it was like they were chasing her, she fell into a pit and died. She had this terrible fear now, the feathery birds, and she could completely make peace with that memory. And she told to those birds that I harmed you. I'm sorry. She confessed, and she almost asked for forgiveness, and she made peace, and the birds are okay. And then she closed the chapter of that life. So this is how you can also do, my dear friend. You can take the help of a professional trained facilitator wherever, whichever location. If you write to our institute, they will send, because around India, around the globe, we have trained more than 2,000 past life regression facilitators. They are professionally trained. They're trained therapists. They know how to take the case, how to reframe the memories, how to help, how to support the healing process. So take the professional help, and you can make peace with those memories and heal the phobia.
wow. Thank you so much, sir. And one last question, which some of them have asked is, do you conduct PLR sessions online?
Okay, online still we have not tried so much, because there are certain difficulties. If the clients, the patients, or the people, subjects, internet is failing in the middle. They are exploring the past life. They are in the past life. Suddenly, from my side the internet failed, or from their side internet failed. What happens is going to mess up things. Whenever it's like a surgical job, we are doing a surgery on subconscious mind. You're opening those deeper memories. It's very responsible job. That's why we have not attempted these kind of sessions online, live kind of sessions, but it's important. But we are moving into a new thing. Maybe we'll be thinking, we'll open our minds, and we'll figure out the safe way to do online sessions in the future. Maybe in the couple of months we're going to take a decision about it, because the earth is moving into a new phase, new dimension. Because COVID-19 is also teaching us new ways of living, how spiritually we can enrich without moving from our homes. Even being staying at home, you can learn everything. So we will be definitely looking at that possibility. Thank you for the question.
Wow, so wonderful. You have said that the earth is moving into a new direction. That is a very welcoming thing, and that is a very wonderful thing coming from you. Actually, I would very much, our viewers would really love to hear just a few things so that we can proceed to meditation session that everybody is eagerly waiting for. So please, can you just within 2 minutes elaborate on what the earth is moving to, and how we are all evolving in that respect?
Right. Sure, Vashnaji. The earth is moving very rapidly in an accelerated fashion into a new dimensional space. We can say that we are moving into a fifth dimension. It's a dimensional shift that's happening on the planet Earth. That's why a little bit jolt. The COVID-19 just an excuse. But what is really happening is spiritual upgradation process. We raise above the limitations. Just one can enrich themselves through developing their own immune system, developing their own vaccine inside. Inside, there is a spiritual vaccine that can be released when we move into the new dimensional space. This is what is happening, the new changes on the planet Earth. Our transportation system is changing, less transportation, less pollution on the planet Earth. We're developing many abilities which we were not having before. Like technology, we are using in a very beautiful way, using technology not to misuse it, but using it really for a beneficial purpose, like internet right now, for a very quick communication, spiritual sharing, enriching each other and empowering each other in a global scale. We are doing that. So communications system and transportations and also people are changing their lifestyle as well, not moving out much. This is also because somewhere the COVID-19 is making us to look at ourselves, go into introspection, meditate, and experience yourself. A deep, restful state, deep, peaceful state. You can remain at home and achieve many things. So a new way of understanding emerging in this new things, because I consider it as a shift, an axis shift, a dimensional shift. That's spiritual sense. But there is a real shift also physically, emotionally, financially, economically, around the globe. Everything politically also is happening. Many changes around the globe bound to happen. Even politically, financially, economy also find new ways where economy will be stabilized. Bharat Desh has this resilience. Whoever is born in India, we have very great resilience. We spring back into our strength very quickly, dear friends. With renewed strength, we have deep spiritual roots here. Our wisdom in Bharat Desh is so deep. With that, with the Adhyatmik Shastra and Dhyana Shastra, we come back into real true power and glory. And this is the new change, and Bharat Desh will be able to really transmit this the wisdom which we have carried ancient times, ancient wisdom, to the whole globe. Will be able to share. Already we are sharing it. For example, on a much smaller scale, so far yoga is popularized around the globe. International Yoga Day. Now meditation, Dhyana Shastra is the gift to the whole globe. Everyone around the globe, every citizen on the planet Earth will become a meditator in this new age, in the golden age that we are entering into. And everyone will become a wise being. We are in such a beautiful times, interesting times, changing times. Whoever really understands what is happening beyond the appearance, behind the appearance, behind the whatever the chaos, behind all these fearful situations, they can see what is happening. Then they understand this shift that's happening. They tune into that shift and they move into the wise wisdom state. Everyone can be an awakened being in the new age, in this golden age. That possibility of becoming an enlightened citizen of the planet Earth is very much possible for everyone. Almost everyone, it is. Uh, all the doors are open. The existence opened the doors now. It's birthright of everyone to become an enlightened being, a master, truly a master of their own life and destiny. Yes, Varshna ji, briefly, this is what the earth changes. And yeah,
One more thing, sir. Can you give a brief idea about Rashekha sir is taking a session webinar tomorrow? Is starting for 12 hours.
yes, yes,
People are asking, so what exactly is about? So they want to know.
yes. So from Life Foundation, Quantum Life University project, so we are conducting these kinds of webinars every month, and you is just tomorrow itself is going to start. It's a kind of strange coincidence that happened that I'm taking this introduction session today, and tomorrow this webinar session will be delivered by Acharya Sri Rajshekhar ji, and this webinar is about science of past life regression. There are, just like modules, it's divided for few days. Every day for few hours you're going to online learn about PLR, past life regression, and experiential, where you have a certain kind of experience in a safer manner. You can experience different facets of past life regression. So it's very interesting. Like someone is interested to know about the health conditions, somebody is interested to know about why this past life finances can be benefited, why it is going to benefit relationships. They can have very deep understanding about it. It's like a wisdom that we achieve by reading past life regression books, around 10 books for example. You can achieve it by attending just one webinar. I can just summary essence. I can say that if you are interested, you can write to info@qluglobal.org or visit the website qluglobal.org. Thank you, Varshna ji.
Wonderful. So please, viewers, don't go after the meditation. We'll know how the QLU is working. We'll see a small video after the meditation. So viewers, please wait after the meditation to see how Quantum Life University works. Thank you, sir. So we proceed for the meditation.
Yeah,
Any
sure.
other question, Himangi ji?
No. We will now proceed for meditation because people are waiting for that as well. So please,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes,
So
good.
allow me to share the screen because I will be playing the music file so that background music will be there.
Yeah, sir. You are the co-host, so you can
I
share
can do
it.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Sure. I will do that.
yeah. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. So, so dear friends, I would like you to now make yourselves very, very comfortable, and you may close your eyes, joining your two hands. Relax your entire body. Scan your body parts from head down to your feet. Allow your entire body to relax. It's a very short meditation that we're going to do. The initial part of this meditation is preparing yourself to go into deep state of peaceful relaxation. Each sound that you hear, the chirping of the birds and other sounds of the music, it will assist you and help you to go into a deeper and deeper relaxed state. Totally relax. Inhale and exhale with all the awareness. As you inhale all the peace and relaxation into your body. And as you exhale, let go whatever that is unwanted and whatever that is stress that is stored in you. Take another deep breath. Inhale deeply all that relaxation and exhale slowly. At each cycle of breathing, take you deeper, deeper, deeper into this beautiful state of relaxation. At this moment, I would like you to visualize, picturize, imagine yourself in a beautiful, serene place of nature, the place of relaxation for you, your favorite place of nature. In this creative visualization, you can relax your mind and at all the levels of being. Send out your mind to that beautiful place of relaxation now. Once you are there, feel what you feel. Use all your senses, experience that nature. Totally relax. Totally relax yourself. Look at the nature. In that beautiful favorite place of nature, could be imaginary place of nature, your ideal place of nature. Totally relax there and smell the fragrances coming from the nature. Touch the nature, feel the temperature of the place. Listen to the sounds. What kind of sounds you could hear in that nature? Completely relax. The sound, the tastes and senses and visual details, everything makes you go into a deeper and deeper meditative state. At this moment, allow yourself to completely experience that relaxation, nature, going deeper and deeper. Deeper than ever before. Become part of the nature, one with the nature. Allow this relaxation to spread into all the levels of being, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Completely at one with the nature and one with the relaxation. In this deep state of relaxation, allow yourself now, give yourself the permission to journey into the past, to explore certain positive memories from your childhood. There are many memories which were there from your childhood. Some of them, they are very great resources for you. They're very positive for you. At this point of time, in this deep meditation state, I'd like you to intend yourself to visit your childhood home, when you lived as a child in that childhood home. Remember the details of the childhood home. I'm going to count 5 to 1. I would like you to send out your mind to that place when you lived in that childhood home as a child. 5. Know that it is safe to journey into that past. Remember the details of your childhood home, completely anchoring yourself to that, and project yourself, your consciousness to that place. Be there. 4. Look at the details. You are visiting that childhood home from 10th of August 2020. Look at the childhood home. Is it an apartment? Is it a building? Is it a small separate home? How is the architecture? What's the color of the building? Color of the house? Color of the gate? Color of the door? And now I'd like you to step into the home. 3. Look at the furniture of the home. Look into the interiors of the home. Look into those micro details. Arrangement of the rooms, kitchen, dining hall. Navigate through all the rooms. It's fascinating to explore the memory which was there, which was from childhood. Suddenly everything becomes so alive for you. You get the impressions of how that childhood home was like. There are many memories there in the childhood home. There are many memories, they're positive memories. When siblings, your mother, father, and all of you had great time together. Right now, 2, I would like you to access one of the positive, pleasant memory from that childhood. A positive quality, positive state of being which you have experienced in that memory. It could be confidence, it could be loud, feeling being safe, feeling being appreciated, acknowledged, or it is togetherness, connectedness with your family members. It's a very loving memory which makes you strong now. I'd like you to direct your attention now to that memory. 1, be there in that positive memory. Relive, re-experience as if it is happening now. Notice the details. How old are you? Approximately. Is it daytime or evening time? Are you alone or with people? Are there mom and dad, your mother and father around, or siblings are there? What's happening? Are you inside the home or outside? What's happening in that moment? What is that positive state of being that you are experiencing in that moment? Explore and experience it fully. Feel it in the body. It's a beautiful resource for you, a positive resource. Anchor yourself fully to that positive state that you have experienced in that moment. Maybe it is all the family members sharing the dinner in a festival time. Maybe it is your brother and you are playing together, or it is your mom and dad appreciating, acknowledging you, spending time with you. Could be something else. At this moment, I would like you to completely anchor yourself in that memory and bring back that positive resource. Know that it is there in you. And right now, acknowledge that childhood, the inner child, the child version of you who had gone through that positive state. Acknowledge that child. Acknowledge your mother, father. Acknowledge your siblings. Express your gratitude for all the beautiful memories that they shared with you, beautiful things they shared with you. This is the time now. With these positive feelings, you can slowly return back. This is the time to return back from that particular memory. Detach yourself from that memory, float about the scene. Now, slowly come back to that, your sanctuary, your favorite place, nature, a place where you feel really so deeply relaxed and peaceful. Take a nice deep breath. Integrate this experience in your breath. Inhale and exhale. Remember that you carried so many positive things, positive states, positive energies, positive understandings, positive insights, which you always have in your from your past. Now at this moment, another 30 seconds, just fully feel, slowly returning back to your waking consciousness state by wiggling your toes and feet and your hands. Whenever you are ready, my dear friends, slowly and slowly, you may place your hands on your eyes and you may open your eyes whenever you feel ready, feeling fresh and relaxed and conscious and alert. Take your time to slowly to open your eyes. That's really wonderful, dear friends. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's a very short kind of tour to our past life, and it's an interesting exploration. Some of you might have explored your childhood home to visit, and it's really very worthwhile to explore that positive state. So it reinforces you with that. Now, dear friends, I'm going to share at the end with all of you about the Quantum Life University, and you're most welcome to come to visit Quantum Life University, this beautiful place. Through this walkthrough, you will understand about this beautiful project that's coming up here. I'm going to play this video.
Welcome to the realm of immense possibilities with Life Foundation, where great visions are crystallized for the benefit of every individual seeking to comprehend and live the universal truths. Life Foundation was started as Life Research Academy in the year 2000 and had birthed Quantum Life University, QLU, in the year 2007 in 150 acres land along the lines of ancient Takshashila and Nalanda universities. Dr. Newton is the founder and chairman of Life Foundation. Dr. Lakshmi is the co-founder, and Rajshekhar and Sridevi are the founding trustees. Dr. Newton Kondaveti took his first significant step towards achieving achieving his life purpose in the year 1989 when he met Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji for the very first time. Dr. Lakshmi is a staunch advocate of vegetarianism. Together, they traveled to more than 120 countries and touched the lives of hundreds of thousands of people by teaching meditation, conducting self-empowerment workshops, training facilitators in comprehensive holistic therapeutic processes, and promoting vegetarianism. The first phase work of QLU has been completed and now holds a meditation pyramid with a capacity of 400 people. Bodhistan, Maitri Conference Hall, Kaivalya dormitories, dining facilities, a labyrinth, and a goshala. Extensive plantation is being taken up to spread greenery all over. And spiritual agriculture has begun on 5 acres of land. To aid inner speculation, the beautiful Saraswati Lake lies nestled in the midst of lush greenery. In the second phase of work, we are going to witness one of the world's most unique and immensely powerful structure named Sahasrara Pyramid. The main Sahasrara Pyramid, accommodating 2,000 people, is composed of 1,000-petaled blue lotus having a spear in the center and a pyramid at the top of it. Blue lotus expresses wisdom and completely bloomed lotus shows enlightenment and love. Canopies formed by lotus petals are used as orientation centers. Spear resembling a pearl in the exterior is a sign of wisdom. It represents feminine energy. The DNA-shaped staircase inside spear represents Kundalini energy. Conveyance through lift to golden pyramid on top of the spear enhances quantum leap. Circular, ribbed form expresses union of male and female energies. The golden pyramid represents masculine energy. 72,000 crystals placed in this pyramid represents 72,000 nadis. Purple crystals at the apex of the Sahasrara pyramid represent highest statue of enlightenment. Join us in this unique mission to offer ancient wisdom to the modern world through Quantum Life University, QLU.
So, dear friends, this is what the project Quantum Life University, first spiritual university in the world, spiritual science university in the world, with 18 departments in it. And you're most welcome to visit anytime. And we have what is called as a Soul Coach training program, which is a free residential program, which is conducted for 20 days, in 2 semesters. In 2021, the dates are there available on the website. It is for 10 days. One need to stay in the campus to enrich, to go through certain beautiful meditations and different spiritual science topics. Soul Coach Transformation Program, it is called as SCTP. And 5th of February to 14th of February 2021. That's the first semester, English batch. Second semester is 10th December to 19th December, second semester. So it's a certification program, and Varshnaji attended, and some of them from Maharashtra, there are many of them who attended. Varshnaji, you can also share a little bit about Soul Coach program.
Sure, sir. Thank you for giving a PLR session. Wonderful session is done. Thank you so much, sir. Soul Coach training program, what I have learned, initial 10 days, when you come on this earth, What I felt, you connected to your soul friends, soul family. Those 10 days, what I have understood, life, how life starts and how life begins from when you are taking the birth. So 10 days program, initially the first semester is about attachment, about meeting your soul family, meeting your soul friends and everybody. And the second semester is teaches you detachment, which is very required for us to detach from whatever desire we greedyपन कहते हैं ना greedy इतना हो जाते हैं इंसान कि we forget why we have come on this earth. So this soul coach training program, I have learned this, and as a beautiful, beautiful sessions done by Dr. Newton, Dr. Lakshmi, Rashekar sir, many more master. Harika ji is here. She's also has taken a session on so many beautiful and masters are there. And Team QLU. You must visit and meet all of them. How beautifully they are supporting masters and amazing session. And doctor says about free soul coach training program. What is the meaning of free? I will say free from your comfort zone, free from your have so many desire expectation. So he's telling you to just free from that thing and then come for this soul coach training program and learn something about your soul, what you have come here. This is I have learned from soul coach training program. So whoever wants to join, please go visit Quantum Life University, meet all the team members. But yes, of course, free from your baggages, what you are carrying from the past life. Just leave behind and then go with the empty slate and learn a lot of things what Dr. Newton and Dr. Lakshmi are providing you all. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. What I've learned, I have shared here.
Thank you, Varshnaji. Thank you so much. And thanks for giving me this platform today to speak through this PMC Marathi channel. I express my gratitude Brahmashri Pitama Patriji and Maharashtra Pyramid Masters team and Pune Masters and Himangi Balsariji. She was in contact with me through the emails, and thank you. And thanks all the Harika for supporting this entire thing. Thanks everyone. And thanks all the viewers for joining today.
Thank you so much, sir. I would just like to share tomorrow's flyer for just 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So many people are interested in that. So I would be sharing it just for 2 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
So this is the session that will be starting from tomorrow. I guess it is 12 hours duration, 11 to 16. So contact numbers and all the information is given. So please ज्यांना ज्यांना इंटरेस्ट असेल त्यांनी कृपया ह्याच्यावर संपर्क साधावा. लाईव्ह चॅटबॉक्समध्येही मी बरे नंबर्स दिलेले आहेत, तर त्याच्यावर सगळ्यांनी संपर्क साधावा किंवा वेबसाईटवर जावं आणि तिथे कोर्सचे डिटेल्सही सगळे दिलेले आहेत. ते तुम्ही भरून ईमेल पाठवले की तिथे तुम्हाला सगळे डिटेल्स मिळतील. जे ईमेलला किंवा टेक्नॉलॉजी म्हणजे त्यांना काही इश्यूज असतील तर त्यांनी कॉन्टॅक्ट नंबरही मी शेअर केलेले आहेत. तर प्लीज त्या कॉन्टॅक्ट नंबर्सवर फोन करून सगळी माहिती तुम्हाला तिथे उपलब्ध होऊ शकणार आहे. तर त्यासाठी खूप खूप आणि तुम्ही आलात ह्यासाठी खूप खूप सगळ्यांनी धन्यवाद. भरपूर तुम्ही प्रतिसाद दिलेला आहे. सो मेनी पीपल हॅव गिवन वंडरफुल experiences and they have said so many wonderful things in your for the session that you have conducted, and they are very deeply grateful for the things that you have shared today, sir. So I thank on all behalf of all the participants. Nearly 60 to 75 participants were attending on and off. So many people are there still and they are listening everything, and they are very very happy about this. And thank you so much, sir, for coming. And one thing I would like to share from my side. we had met in Vishakhapatnam, and you had taken a session, PLR session. You had taken a mass past life session there, past life regression session there. I was not able to go into past life, but me, my husband, and some of our team friends were there, like Gayatri, who is a main face for our this PMC Marathi. She is the main anchor actually for Marathi language. So she had a height phobia. When we go to great heights like Aruku caves we had visited, so she had a great phobia for the heights. And when she went to the PLR session, she completely uh, was cured of that immediately on that day itself. And then we visited the Aruku caves, and she said, I am not anymore fearful of the heights. And she was so happy. And even my husband, Rahul Belsare, you have met him also. Today, due to some work, he was not able to be here. He would have just loved to interact with you as well. Who is the main thing around all the technical things and for PMC Marathi. So he had seen a past life with you as a Buddhist monk, and also a Tibetan monk in some other past life. So that these things, and they had just lived all these things that day. And I was so happy and so fascinated about all. Many people had past lives, means they had all experiences that day, and they were so happy about all the sessions. So even I was really thankful for that. And I just loved all whatever they had. Even though I have not seen my past lives, I have tried much. But let us see when the time comes. And one day, sir, we would love to have both of you, Lakshmi ma'am and you also, on PMC Marathi. That is an open invitation for you, sir. Whenever you are free, please let us know. And people will love both of you, and Lakshmi ma'am's wisdom also, and her funny stories that she shares, because I have heard it in Pyramid Valley, and even in this thing, Kartal. So I guess people will be very happy to have her also and hear her also. So thank you so much today, sir, for coming. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Himangi Balsareji. And I remember in Vizag that next day we were in the Buddhist stupas. We met you there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it's strange
Actually, we
coincidence.
were very much interested in meeting you, because that was our first trip to the a big program like Dhyan Mahachakra.
Yeah.
And after reading your book, I came into meditation. After me, my husband came into meditation, and we were very much interested ki we have to meet Newton sir at least once. And my friend Praveena, she said ki we are going to visit the stupas first, and we were actually not at all interested in visiting the stupas. But she said, no, no, we have to go there. And when we went there, we just saw both of you, and we were just
Yeah.
so happy, and I cannot express it. And yes, that was a very wonderful experience.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me. And thanks once again, everyone, dear friends.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah.
Ve- ve-
Thank you so
So I
much.
conclude today's session. आजचं सेशन आपण आज संपत आहोत. आणि उद्या परत एकदा आपण सकाळी भेटणार आहोत आपल्या रोजच्या ध्यानाच्या प्रोग्रामसाठी. त्यासाठी सगळ्यांनी हजर राहावे. आणि संध्याकाळी आपलं परत एकदा उद्या गुरुवार आहे, सॉरी उद्या मंगळवार असल्या कारणाने आपलं भजगोविंदमचं सेशन असणार आहे. ऋषिकेश बेलसरे घेणार आहेत. तर त्यासाठी सुद्धा सगळ्यांनी जरूर जरूर उपस्थित राहावे. सर्वांना खूप खूप धन्यवाद.